30 seconds.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bedford High School for today's Division I boys basketball quarterfinal playoff game between the Pioneers of Trinity High School and your Bedford High School.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bedford High Gym on the campus of Bedford High School. We're bringing you third round action in the NHIAA Division I boys playoffs. The Bedford coming off a massive double overtime win in Goffstown are hosting the Pioneers of Trinity, who also had a pretty big upset of their own. I'm Harry Kozlowski, and I'm joined with two members of our broadcast crew, our usual Corey Tiger and Kevin Gibbs, the girls basketball coach here at Bedford. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Harry. Great to join you tonight.
Interesting playoffs. So a lot of the teams with byes actually got knocked out of their first game. In fact, all the second round, all the number 2 seeds have been eliminated so far.
March Madness, Harry. You got to expect the unexpected. Every time you get into the tournament season, it's great to see some of these Cinderella stories and lower seeds beating the top seeds and continuing their season.
What about you, Kevin? What do you think about the topsy-turvy tournament so far?
Well, a lot of it is the seeding was done randomly. So oftentimes it's not reflective of where teams should have appeared. It happened on the girls' side as well. The teams that didn't even win a game all season ended up pulling the number 1 in particular cluster. So it's always tough to tell, but when it's playoff time, anybody can beat anybody.
We're going to take a pause right now for the national anthem. We'll be right back with the call game.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose cross stripes and bright stars through perilous fight. For the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the brave and the home of God.
Emma Watson. With the national anthem. Bulldogs dropped 2 in a row to Trinity earlier this year. Those were by margins of 62-44 on January 26th and then 73-64 here at BHS Gym on the 29th. But you know, the team also lost 2 in a row to Goffstown, and they were able to overcome them in overtime. So no game is a shoo-in.
I understand some gut performances by some of the guards on the Bedford Bulldogs on that game on Thursday night against Goffstown. DeLacy O'Connell and apparently Matt Ferrucci locked down one of the high scorers for Goffstown. Appreciate the unnamed source providing some information there.
And the starters for Trinity, we've got Nathan Meeker out there. Tyler Bike with the ball. Royce Williams is out there. So is Devon Ellis and Ryan Stultz. And Royce drives to the bucket, gets it out the bike. He pulls up, gets it to Ellis. Now down low to Meeker. Ellis with it, top of the key. Pulls up, gets it outside to Meeker again. Now Bike into the corner for Meeker. The jump there by actually Devon Ellis was short of the rim, and the rebound goes to DeLacy. Bedford with the ball now. DeLacy. He's got Ellis on him. Comes back to the top over to Kaliza. Kaliza with Tyler Bike on his coverage. Back to DeLacy. Now Zimmerman driving the basket, puts up the layup too hard, and the rebound goes to Trinity. Bike driving, pulls up at the foul line, jumps too hard, no good. DeLacy gets the rebound.
What's interesting is Bedford's shown a man defense, and they've really gone hard with their zone this year. So it's nice for them to show Trinity a different look and kind of mess them up a little bit.
Zimmerman caught in the double team. Now he gets it to Ferrucci.
Good roll. There you go, Danny.
Danny Kaliza driving to the basket and gets two to drop right there. That gives the Bulldogs a lead.
Little rip through to his right hand. A little the hoop. Great by Kaliza.
Now Stultz at the top. Ellis, he waits. Leaves it for Bike. Now Royce Williams with the ball. Ferrucci on him. Now a double team with DeLacy coming up. Royce decides to drive from the foul line. The jumper is good.
Yeah, not surprising. Their Bedford defense is going to come hard at Royce Williams. He torched him last time they played him here in Bedford Gymnasium. He had 31 points against the Bulldogs, and I think Coach Marino is going to want to try to stem that tide before it even starts.
O'Connell, he tries to drive to the bucket. Does,
Nice
finds the
move.
seam, but puts it up too hard off the rim, and now we get a foul. Ferrucci goes to the floor hard.
It was a serious elbow thrown there by
Stultz,
by the
number
Trinity
23.
player. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how the refs look at this, but I'm pretty sure I saw an elbow thrown.
Yeah, the original call, I think, was the foul on Ferrucci, but we may have double foul here.
We'll see what the officials call here.
Yeah, sir.
Holding up 4 for Ferrucci.
Yeah.
And then a call on Stultz as well, so offsetting fouls.
Doesn't look like anything further than perhaps an intentional, but Stultz is probably going to stay in the game here. It doesn't look like they're going to try to kick him out. O'Connell will go to the line to shoot that. As Stultz pleads his case to the referees.
You got to sit in one of the spots with red tape.
Seems to be claiming he was ripping the ball away and trying to create space for himself. To me, it looked like a pretty clear elbow. Ferrucci misses the front end here.
The second attempt here by Ferrucci is good. It gives the Bulldogs a 3-2 edge here, and they will retain possession on the intentional foul. So O'Connell getting ready to put it in, and it's broken up on the floor. Zimmerman gets the ball back for Bedford. Now Kaliza takes a 3. It's up a little short off the rim. Royce Williams with the rebound, now driving into the Bedford zone. Royce Williams gets to the baseline. He's going to take a foul from Zimmerman. The non-shooting foul.
Little reach there, trying to make him pause on his way to the basket. Left-handed drive, and Zimmerman got a little too aggressive.
Now Meeker out the Bike.
Bedford
10-foot jumper.
Bedford had popped into a 2-3 on that inbound under their defensive basket.
That basket was short. Rebound by Bedford. Now coming the other way. A dish out to O'Connell was behind him from Ferrucci, and that's the turnover for the Bulldogs.
So again, Ferrucci had done well against one of Goffstown's top scorers. So he gets the nod for starting tonight as he's matched up against Royce Williams. He's going to do his best to prevent the scorer from getting rolling.
Looks like he's face guarding him as well.
From the outside, Meeker tries a 3 and gets it. That puts the Pioneers up 5-3 with just under 5 to go in the first. Zimmerman goes to the elbow, now dishes it to Kaliza. He pulls up at the foul line, leaves it for O'Connell. An off-line pass to Zimmerman. He had a little trouble controlling it, but it's going to be a foul called here on a Pioneer player.
Devon Ellis picks that up as he was pursuing that loose ball.
Bedford's game plan tonight is to try to get into the paint as much as they can for the kick and the easier shots, but Trinity's doing a good job keeping them out right now.
Zimmerman gets the rebound. He pulls up at the key, now dishes it back out to Kaliza. Kaliza pulls. Now pivots, drops it back to O'Connell. He leaves that for Zimmerman. Zimmerman driving to the bucket, off the glass and good.
Great patience there by the Bedford offense. Didn't find a shot very quickly, but Zimmerman had a drive and finished.
Tyler Bike driving to the bucket for Trinity. His layup is off. Bedford with the rebound. In the corner, Kaliza tries a three, pulls up and goes to the bucket. Hits the floor, no call. Stultz gets the rebound. Leaves it there for Royce. 5-5 all tied up here with 3:57 to play. Ellis over to Royce Williams, and he's going to collect the foul there from Ferrucci.
Second quick foul on Ferrucci there, so he's going to check out. Grudinskis is going to come in for him. Crafty play by Royce Williams there. Hesitated, then drove hard, drew the body contact, and picked up a quick foul.
Quick programming note, the Bedford boys hockey team going on right now. They're playing Exeter, and that game's being televised on BCTV 16. Now Meeker to Ellis. Royce Williams sends it cross court to number 33, Connor Herman, who nails it. Gets it for three, and now it's 8-5 Trinity.
Bedford is coming into deep help, and that's allowing that skip pass to find the outside shooters.
Now Zimmerman double teamed, looking for an outlet. Gets it to Kaliza outside. Now O'Connell. O'Connell goes through two defenders, gets it to the corner to Zimmerman, driving the baseline.
Stultz is going to pick up another foul here. That's his second.
Stultz leaning into Zimmerman as he drove the baseline. Three-team fouls on both sides.
Mark Nyoma checks in for the Pioneers as Stultz takes a seat with two fouls.
Now the inbound to Zimmerman, and we get a call away from the ball. This one looks like it's going to go against Bedford. It is on
Grudinskis.
That's the fourth foul on the team.
I missed that. Was he clearing out? Was he setting an illegal screen? I missed the call.
I think it was an illegal screen.
So now Trinity bringing it in. Royce Williams. He's got Grudinskis on him. Now Zimmerman shifts over to him. Nyoma driving to the basket, loses the handle. It goes off. Bedford had it momentarily, but Grudinskis lost it on his foot. Went out of bounds. It'll be Trinity ball.
A good hand in on the help defense with Grudinskis, but unfortunately it dribbled off his foot.
So Meeker now under the basket with the inbound. Gets it to Williams. Williams takes a three and nails it. 5 points for Royce Williams. And Trinity up 11-5.
Yeah, they switched their 2-3 defense again at the inbound pass from under their own basket. They looked to switch to a zone, and they paid for it there.
Well, the other thing is you've got to know where the shooter is.
DeLacy drives to the basket and missed his layup. Now Trinity gets the rebound, but Nyoma's pass out to Meeker is off target, and that's going to go out of bounds. A turnover on the Pioneers. 2:33 to go here, 11-5, Trinity on top.
Looks like Devon Ellis for the Pioneers tweaked his knee or something, so as he limps off. Number 14, Lewis Rosenthal will check in for him.
And I thought Royce was going off, but he was just retrieving a new mask. He's back on the floor. Royce Williams, I should say. So inbound, O'Connell gets it to Kaliza. 2:31 to go here in the first quarter. Trinity on a 6-0 run. Grudinskis inside to Zimmerman. He drives, but then he kicks it out, and it's intercepted by Meeker, driving to the basket, lays it up. Had some contact, no call. The rebound by Tyler Bike is good. That's the first two for Tyler Bike, and the lead is out to 13-5 now.
Coach, I understand they're looking for that drive to the lane to kick the three-point shooters, but if Zimmerman gets that deep, you want him to go up strong, right?
Definitely, every single time. Every single time. He is a good inside presence, and while you've got a game plan that goes one way, you want to take advantage of any mismatches that you have and the skill set that you have on your team as well.
In the meanwhile, DeLacy picks up a foul. It's Trinity ball now with under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Meeker inside to Bike. Down low to Royce Williams. He takes the three from the corner. Short. Rebound to Lacey.
The jab step by Williams gave him a little room there, but unfortunately he didn't get enough on it. He comes back on a defensive play and stuffs TJ O'Connor on his drive.
Yeah, he came from behind. Normally that would be tempting and over the back foul, but he got up so high that he was able to get all ball. Inbound to Kaliza. Now Grudinskis outside to DeLacy, leaves it for Zimmerman. Driving to the basket, loses the handle on the ball. Great defensive play there by NHIAA, saving the ball, getting inside to Bike. Now dishes inside.
Ooh, that's a travel,
and a layup.
Yep. Travel on the
Rosenthal, they're going to say he traveled.
Yep.
Took a little bunny hop before he put that ball down, so they're calling a travel.
He heard a lot of feet coming down the lane and decided he was going to make a move, but he forgot to put the ball on the floor.
So Bedford now has got to stymie this run here for the Pioneers, up to 8-0. DeLacy waiting, looking for an outlet, gets it to O'Connell. Over to Kaliza. Now Zimmerman outside. He's got Williams on him. Grudinskis. Rosenthal watching him. He reaches in, drops it over to O'Connell. He pivots, takes the jumper, and they're going to say O'Connell traveled, and another turnover on the Bulldogs.
It's a tough move there by O'Connell. He went to spin back to his left side, but got his feet mixed up, got the travel call.
Now a little bit of inbound pressure by Grudinskis. He pulls up and lets Tyler Bike bring the ball into the offensive end. He leaves it there for Williams. NHIAA over to Rosenthal, back to Williams. Trinity just working the perimeter here. NHIAA, top of the key, now driving the key. Pushes off. It's going to be an offensive foul on number 5.
That was nice defense by Zimmerman. Kept
sure
himself in
was.
front the whole time.
That's just a subtle move there, too. As soon as he extends that chicken wing with his right hand, NHIAA got called for that offensive foul. Referees was right there and had the right angle to make the call.
Now DeLacy drives, and he's going to draw a foul from Bike. That is going to be the 5th team foul. Non-shooting. Bedford will take the ball out. Just 15.6 remaining in the quarter. The Bulldogs trailing 13-5. Inbounds to Zimmerman, almost got away. Now a drive to the bucket, another foul on Trinity. This one's going to be on Rosenthal. He's going to get a blocking foul, and that'll send Zimmerman to the line for 2.
Yeah, Coach Moreno is going to need to find some scoring punch here. 5 points in a quarter is not going to get it done.
And that was short by Zimmerman. And they're allowing only 13 the other way. It's not too bad either. They're kind of wasting a defensive on the other side. Now Zimmerman hit the second one. And that's the first points Bedford scored in a while, picking up that 8-0 run by the Pioneers. Here's Tyler Bike, 5 seconds to go. Rosenthal pushes off, no call. Ooh. Long 3 by Bike, rims out, and that's going to end the quarter with the Pioneers up 13-6.
A good no call there right at the end. O'Connell shuffled his feet, took a dive, was hoping for the offensive foul, but I have to say that was a good no call. And then Bike almost sticks a deep 3 right there at the buzzer. Bedford's lucky to escape with only a 7-point deficit.
From a player's perspective, one of the things that you always try to do is figure out how the official's going to call. And it's been a physical game so far, and it's almost as if the calls could be made at any point in time. I'm still trying to figure out where their line is as to when they're going to blow the whistle and when they aren't, because there's contact many times that you'd expect to hear a whistle on and you don't, and then other times where there's minimal contact and the whistle's being blown. And that can be frustrating for the players and the coaches, because you're trying to get your kids mentally prepared for a certain type of game. And one of the things that you want to do is read and learn what the officials will allow, what they won't allow. At this point, the physicality is definitely in Trinity's favor.
Yeah, something to watch here too. Team fouls. Trinity has 16 fouls, so next foul on them will put Bedford into the bonus, and Bedford only has 1 to give as well. So physicality, as Coach Gibbs was saying, is ramped up in this playoff game, and we might see a lot of 1-and-1 type situations here in the next quarter.
So Kaliza on the inbound gets the ball back from the top of the key, bounces up, and we're going to get a foul going the other way on Bedford.
It's like
Over the back.
Zimmerman's going to get a loose ball. Oh no, it's going to be Tegan Graham.
Yeah, I was going to say Tegan Graham pushed off a little bit on the rebounding action. Let's face it, the intensity is high for this game. Winner goes home. Excuse me, the loser goes home, and the winner advances to the semis at Oyster River. So there's a lot at stake here.
Royce Williams now to Meeker, back to Williams. He's got Tegan Graham watching him.
But Bedford has jumped into a 2-3 zone here. Need to pay particular attention to Royce Williams, number 4.
Williams with the ball again.
Interesting set, too. They have 2 of their taller players, Zimmerman and Tegan Graham, up top of the key here.
And a turnover forced on Williams. Ball's picked up by Zimmerman. He's trying to get to the bucket. Does.
Ooh.
Just not enough on that layup. Rebound by Williams. Fast break going the other way. He's got Naoma with him. Now he pulls up. Gives it to Bike. Bike fakes a 3. Gets it out to Williams. He takes a long 3, and it's off the rim. Ball still loose. Bouncing up in the air. A little volleyball action. Meeker comes down with it. Naoma gets it back to Meeker. Now Royce Williams along the baseline.
Good hand.
Cross-court pass. Zimmerman's able to deflect that. It was intended for Stultz. It'll stay with Trinity.
So just to help you out here a little bit, it kind of looks a little bit like a 2-3, a little bit like 3-2, but it's really a 1-2-2 where you're putting your taller players up in the wings, up high, and that way you're trying to prevent passing lanes from being seen, and then you're getting guards down on the blocks to be able to get out to the corners. And seems to have Trinity a little bit befuddled here.
All right, now Meeker has it, gets it to Bike. Bike double team. Gets it down to Royce Williams, who tries a 3. That's short. And the rebound goes to DeLacy, and a foul is being called on Trinity. And it's going to put him into the bonus, I believe.
I think he almost got loose ball. DeLacy was chasing down that loose ball. So DeLacy will go for a 1-1.
So, Coach, I think you're making some good points here. The Pioneers are having a little bit of trouble getting a good shot. Usually Royce Williams, their big scorer, he hasn't been able to get free to get a clean shot away tonight.
Well, the intention of that type of zone defense is to have somebody nice put back.
Rim out there on the first shot of the 1-and-1, put back there by Tegan Graham. That makes it 13-8.
But as you can see, O'Connell sliding down to cover the post. What you do is you've got somebody up at the top. Oh, nice outside shot.
And Tyler Bike with a 3 there. 16-8. Under 6 minutes to go in the half. DeLacy drives, and they're going to call a block.
Ooh. Trinity fans do not like that call.
But
no, it looked like he had good position. That was number 33, Connor Herman.
It looks like he slid just a little to his right at the last second to try to get under it, and that's what these officials are sharp. You've got a 3-man team. They don't miss anything when you've got 3 officials out there.
So now DeLacy with the free throw, no good. Bedford not doing too well at the foul line today.
That's where Connor Herman might say, ball don't lie.
But he gets the second one. DeLacy with 1. Here comes Bike.
Good cut.
Inside to Stultz, decides to take it himself. Ball rolls out, no good.
Bedford's got a chance here to make a little bit of a run.
Now Zimmerman, he goes to the bucket. Not enough on it. Gets his own rebound, though. Gets it to O'Connell. O'Connell backing in outside to Kaliza.
Good patience.
DeLacy, now they're going to slow it down again. O'Connell. Got Meeker on him. Sends it to Kaliza. Brings it right back out. Bedford trying to test this Trinity defense and see where the cracks are. Down low to Graham. Graham dribbling on Stultz. He puts it up.
Good
He draws
pivot.
a foul from Stultz, and that's going to be his 3rd.
That's good footwork there by the big Tegan Graham. dribbled hard to get into the paint, pivoted back to his left, drew the foul. Like you said, that's the third on Stultz.
They need to hit some of these foul shots. If they could just get a few of these, they'd be back in the game. Big opportunity here for Graham. Cut in the lead. They're trailing 60-9. The first one is good for Graham.
That was good, interesting note there by Coach Gibbs, as this is a three-man crew. Most of the all of the regular season games are a two-man crew. So you have an extra pair of eyes out here. They're keenly aware of what's going on, and rarely are we going to miss a call tonight.
Graham misses the second, and the rebound goes to Williams.
The deeper you get into the playoffs, the better the officials are in terms of it kind of gets whittled down.
Here's Bike's three. It's good. Got 8 points.
The officials earn the right to do these late playoff games, and so you're always going to see a really good officiating team.
Now Bedford Kaliza drives and he moves his feet. He's going to turn the ball over on a travel with the Bulldogs down by 9. 19-10. This crew, by the way, Peter Burkhart, Ken Hamill, and Brad Sapinas are our 3 officials on the floor tonight. Williams over to Meeker. Down to Bike. Down low to Herman. He runs into a wall. Loses the ball, and Bedford takes it away. Kaliza. Now DeLacy. Back to Kaliza. He's got some room for a 3, and he misses it wide. Never even touched the rim. Rebound Trinity. Williams tries to split the defense. Loses the ball on the way there. He kicks it off his knee. Another turnover there for the Pioneers.
Little help defense by Danny Kaliza. Got his hand in. Swiped down on the ball, and it went off of Royce Williams' leg. So Bedford gets the ball.
Again, moving to this zone has been effective for Bedford, even though Trinity's hit a couple of outside shots. I think it's got Trinity a little bit messed up in terms of how they want to attack it.
Graham pass inside to Zimmerman. Tries to put it up. They're going to say he traveled as well. Now, that's got to be a little bit of, how should I put it, just kind of a letting the brain fart a little bit, moving your feet like that. Let's call it unforced error by both teams when you do that.
It's funny that you say that, because we run different drills in our girls' practices, and we keep track of points. And one of the things we do, we give points for different things. One of the things we do is we take 2 points away for an unforced, and that's an indicator where a player's mind and his feet are doing 2 different things, because it was an effective move, but he had lifted, once he established his pivot foot, he lifted it before he made the sweep move, and that was it. Like I said, 3-man team, they're not missing anything.
As a reminder, we've got the boys hockey team on Channel 16, and Bill Jennings has the game. Is there a score yet, Bill?
0-0.
0-0, okay. They're still in the first period over. The winner of that game goes to the semis, just as the winner of this game will advance to the D1 boys basketball semis. Now Trinity inbound to Bike, taking its time. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. The 19 game right now. Pioneers ahead. Scoring a fair. Meeker over to Herman. Ellis now to Bike. Bike drives, gets it out to Herman, takes the shot for 2. Too strong. Rebound. Both teams got the rebound. They're going to say it's a jump ball. The possession arrow favors Trinity, so the possession will stay with the Pioneers.
Good hustle by Tyler Bike there, getting in on that offensive rebound.
Now Herman leaves the game.
Bedford has switched to a man-to-man defense now, so changing their looks up.
Meeker gets it into Naoma. To Royce Williams. He's on Kaliza. Pushes off, takes a 3. It's short. Naoma with the rebound, tries to turn around. Instead, he kicks it out to Meeker. Now a 3-point attempt there by Bike. He gets another one. He's got 11. It's 2-2.
Those lefties will kill you from 3-point land. Good shooting here tonight by Bike.
DeLacy driving to the basket. Now inside to DeLacy. Ball is loose. Punch. And Trinity comes up with it. Tyler Bike now slows it down. Leaves it for Meeker.
Turnovers here are killing Bedford tonight. They're not even getting a look at the hoop. You know, they missed a couple bunnies early, but more recently it's been a turnover problem.
And the foul shooting as well. Now, Nyoma there, like you said, one of those unforced errors. No reason why he should have been called for a travel right there. He didn't even have anybody on him.
Yeah, nobody anywhere near him. And again, that's sometimes players just get a little ahead of themselves to start moving that second foot before they put the ball on the floor.
And a drive right there by O'Connell. They're going to call a block, an offensive, I guess a pick play. That's going to Bedford for a bad error, causing a turnover for the Bulldogs. They need to get back into this one. They've only scored 10. They're down by 12 now with 2:39 to go in the half.
Moving screen by Kuliza was the call there. It's his first foul. Trinity will get the bonus on there now. Because it was an offensive foul, they don't get shots there. But
now Bike leaves it for Williams. Kuliza bumping into him. Williams drives, runs into a wall. They're going to say he traveled.
It's good help.
Dylan Laffey coming over there with the help defense. Number 15 was checked in. Sophomore getting some time here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, Williams drove right into a triple team. Had nowhere to go, wound up moving his feet.
Well, right now Bedford's face guarding him, and they're trying really hard to force him to the left whenever possible and bring in help. It's obvious that the plan is to do their best to shut him down.
O'Connell now with the ball. Meeker's on him. He pulls up and he gets one. Good. 2 points for TJ O'Connell. Brings it to a 10-point deficit, 22-12. Now here's a jump by Bike. Rims out. O'Connell with the rebound. 46 to go in half. And this is going to be a call on Williams, I think. No?
No, they.
I thought he traveled on O'Connell, yeah. Double dribble. They thought he put his hand on it again. They're calling a double dribble.
No, I thought they were calling Williams for the reach it.
I thought we could for a slap all the way up here.
Yeah.
Even with these headphones on.
So Trinity with the ball. Williams pushes off. He's been doing that a lot, I've noticed.
I was going to say that's his go-to, is always pushing off with the left hand.
Mike ran up. The layup was no good. Now a turnover. Mike gets it back, sends it up, and O'Connell takes the ball away, but he landed on the baseline. It's going to be Trinity ball. So fast action both ways, but Trinity's going to wind up with the ball here with 1:24 to go. You know, you think Coach Moreno would go to the officials and say, hey, watch number 4.
Yeah.
Watch that arm bar. He's a little aggressive with that.
I'd be willing to bet that he's whispering behind them whenever they're near him.
There's a shot by Meeker that is blocked. Lacey gets it. Now he gets up to Kuliza quickly. Kuliza pulls up for 2 off the backboard. No good. Rebound there by a number of Pioneers. It's going to be Williams controlling.
There were 5 shirts around, no white shirts.
And everybody just parted the way for Williams to get to the bucket. 2 for him. He's got 7 on the game, and that makes it 24-12. Under a minute to play here. DeLacy drives, pulls back, gets it out to Lafferty, over to O'Connell. O'Connell's going to try a 3 from here. A little bit short. Rebound there by Roberts, no good. Another try by Lafferty to draw the foul under the basket. Go to the line for 2.
With a team that's as aggressive as Trinity, you've got to get 3 or 4 people crashing the offensive boards, and in each of those cases, it was one person in, then a second person in, with everybody else kind of watching. With this kind of a score, you've got to get in on the offensive boards and look for the putback opportunities.
So Dylan Lafferty's going to try the free throw, and he gets the roll in. Good. 24-13. Now some changes here. Rosenthal's back in the game. Meeker comes out. Nyoma comes out. Herman is back in.
Looks like Grodinskis will check in for Lafferty after this. Devon Ellis picked up that foul. It was his second on the evening.
Lafferty's going to try a second. It's up and it's all net. Good. 38 seconds to go in the half here. 12 points, 24, 10-point lead, 20-14. Trinity slowing it down here, possibly for the last shot. Bike dribbling across, gets it to Meeker. Now Herman leaves it for Rosenthal. Meeker to Williams. to Herman. It's kind of a dribble and weave along the 3-point line here. Bike.
They're looking for last shot at this point.
10 seconds left on the clock. Bike gets his
Good
pocket
man.
back. Turnover. Here comes DeLacy. One-on-one. Getting to the bucket. No call. He says he got blocked. He's calling for a foul. Now a long basket attempt there at the buzzer is no good. And we're going to finish up 24-14.
DeLacy took it strong to the hoop there, but I have to say Connor Herman made a nice block. And he was looking for that ball, but I see it.
It was a clean block. It was absolutely a clean block. And I'll tell you, the 24 points, that's a great defensive effort on Bedford's part. But 14 is obviously not going to get the job done. And I think you said it a little earlier, Harry, bunnies and free throws. You get another 6-7 points on the board, and this is a ball game. Right now, that's the difference.
They're wasting a pretty good defensive effort by not taking advantage of it, not getting points. On that last drive, do you think that they should have pulled up a little bit instead of just driving for the basket? Maybe he was hoping to get a foul. But it seems like a lot of times they're driving to the basket, driving it to double and triple coverage, and not trying to make a play, not trying to find an opening, hoping that the officials will bail them out.
Well, sometimes when the game plan is to drive, players think finish. And you've got to read the defense. You've got to see where the help's coming from and jump, stop, and kick. And I'm sure that's one of the things that Coach Marino is going to be telling the team in the locker room at the half. They're penetrating, but when you're going 1-on-2, 1-on-3, you're not going to get a good shot off. And these officials aren't going to bail you out. They are going to, let a game play on, as we've seen quite often. And, honestly, when you've got teams that are dropping on you like that, a jump stop and a jump shot will get them to be a little bit more honest. A kick will cause them to not come into the lane. But if they know you're going to try to go all the way to the rim, they're just going to stay there and hope to draw a charge or make you force up a bad shot.
Let's run through the scoring real quick. I've got Daniel Calizza with 2 points, Matt Ferrucci with 1, JT DeLacy with 1, TJ O'Connell with 2, Dylan Lafferty with 2, Tegan Graham with 3, and Andrew Zimmerman with 3.
On the Pioneer side, we have Tyler Bike leading with 11 points, Nathan Meek with 3, Royce Williams held to 7, which is a good accomplishment by the Bulldog defense, and Connor Herman also hit a 3. So that gives them their 24 points. Again, a 10-point lead into halftime here.
We're going to take a short break on the side, come back at 6 minutes for second half action. It's 24-14, Trinity leads the Bulldogs. You're watching Bedford Bulldogs basketball on BCTV and on listening to it on Bedford 105.1. At the half, Trinity leads 24-14. Second half action coming your in just a moment. Kozlowski here and Bedford here on the call of the game. Quick from Exeter, no score after one period between the Bulldogs and the Blue Hawks. Just discussing what Bedford needs to do here to get back to this game. Got to start hitting some shots.
Yeah, I got to score some points. That's
Well,
number one.
And a big part of that is finding the open player, because all of the double and triple teaming on the lane penetrations, somebody's going to be open. You just got to find that player. And as a coach, you want your team to find good shots. Sometimes you don't have a good shooting night, but you want good shots.
A couple interesting stats from the first half. Bedford was 6 of 11 on the free throw line, which I didn't think they were even that good. And the Pioneers didn't actually attempt a free throw.
That's a nice set
There you
play.
go.
Nice
There you go.
high-low set play. Ending up with a score. A good start to the second half for the Bulldogs.
Ferrucci on the basket there. Picked up 2 quick fouls in the first half against Royce Williams, but has checked back in now to start the third quarter.
Ooh. And we get a foul call here.
Yeah, O'Connell's going to pick that one up. Kind of bailed out Williams, who elevated into the lane and found himself in a tough spot, but O'Connell bumped him. He was in the air, so at the it's tough when you send a good scorer like Williams to get him into a flow of things as he's hitting the first of 2 here. Lets him see the basket, nobody in his way, and sees the ball go through the hoop.
Second shot's no good. Goes out of his leg. No, they're going to say it went off the Bedford player. No, it went off of Williams, and it'll go Bedford ball.
Some full court man pressure coming on here now.
And ball goes to Kaliza. Now to Zimmerman. Dishes it out to O'Connell. He's driving and finds a man inside. Ooh. Almost went out of bounds. Williams tried to save the ball. They're going to say he stepped on the baseline. It'll stay with Bedford. Corey?
A little bit of a different approach here on the offensive side here. You can see the energy level and excitement level here by the Bedford players has picked up quite a bit.
Now DeLacy drives to the basket.
There you go.
Not quite on target, but manages to draw the foul.
That's going to be Ellis's third foul here.
So now that's two Trinity players with 3.
So DeLacy approaches the line here for 2. 1 for 3 in the first half from the foul line. And he misses his front end here. We're going to have Connor Herman checking in for Devon Ellis, as we mentioned, his third foul he just picked up. And DeLacy misses the second, too. Unusual for a normally reliable free throw shooter. Meeker strong to the basket with his right hand. He'll get it to go. Foul for to the floor here.
Help defense is key, and there was no help defense there.
Yeah, that lane was wide open.
Yeah.
Zimmerman drives hard with his right, gets the ball batted away. And that's off the Bedford player, so Trinity will take over. 6:26 left here in the third quarter, 27-16. The Pioneers lead the Bulldogs. Tyler Bike into the front court. Dribbles left, finds Herman in the corner. Fakes the 3, now to Williams. Williams cross court to Meeker. Ball fake, looks for some cutters, finds Bike cross court. Back on the near side. Drives hard lefty.
Good help there from Zimmerman.
Pivots away, finds Meeker in the corner. His 3 is no good. Strong defensive rebound by Zimmerman. O'Connell up to DeLacy. DeLacy drives hard. Kicks to Kaliza. Kaliza into the lane, but tapped from behind by Meeker. Causes the turnover. Quick into transition. Royce Williams hits the baseline jumper. He has 10 now. going to get a quick official timeout. Delay of game is going to be a warning here on Meeker, as he doesn't want the offensive players to touch the ball after it goes through. It does delay the out of bounds, so as a common delay of the game warning, if they get another, it'll be a technical. O'Connell to DeLacy, DeLacy to Kaliza now. Finds Zimmerman cutting to the top of the key. DeLacy right side.
Bedford's running a very deliberate offense, which is great when you're in the lead, but when you're trailing by 13, it uses a lot of clock.
DeLacy's 3 from straight away is no good. Bike finds Stoltz, no, but Zimmerman picks that off. Great hand into the passing lane there. Gets lucky on a bounce there. Back to Zimmerman. He'll shoot a 3. It's good. Zimmerman with 6 now. 29-19. Cuts the lead to 10. Now Pike cross court to Meeker in the corner. Kicks over to Herman. Herman for an open 3. Can't get it to go. Ferrucci on the rebound. O'Connell into the front court. Zimmerman back to O'Connell. Gets double teamed there. Drives hard right. He finds Ferrucci for a lay-in. Can't get it to go. Royce Williams is going to pick up the foul there, sending Ferrucci to the line.
Again, with Bedford's deliberate offense, what they're forcing Trinity to do is to break down and chase a little bit. And in that particular case, a nice dump off for an open layup, and you get pulled on it. So we got 2 critical free throws here.
Ooh, rattles it down on the first one.
Yeah, didn't want to go in at first.
Well, you call that getting your money's worth.
Yeah.
You touch the rim, every part of the rim and the backboard.
Used all of it. Cam Roberts checks in for Danny Kuliza. And Ferrucci steps in for his second. We're going to get a lane violation.
On Trinity, yep.
I think it was on Nyoma.
So Ferrucci will get another look at it. That miss does not count. Steps in. And
Nice.
tapped back by Zimmerman for the offensive rebound. Goes to Roberts. Roberts to Ferrucci. Now to O'Connell. Deep 3. No good. They're hustling after that rebound. Williams gets doubled, and Ferrucci picks up his 3rd. And Ferrucci will quickly sit down as Dylan Lafferty checks in for the senior guard. Williams will inbound to Meeker. And Bedford in their man-to-man defense. Williams left, guarded closely by Lafferty, gets by. Now kicks to the corner for Herman, back to Meeker, fakes the 3, drives hard, looks for the foul, doesn't get it, and DeLacy comes away with the defensive board. DeLacy settles, gives to Cam Roberts. Roberts to O'Connell at the top of the key. Goes for the crossover, gets mixed up there, ripped away by Trinity. Cam Roberts gets the ball, finds the open shot from the free throw line, and gets it to go. First bucket of the game for Cam Roberts, 29-22. It's a 7-point lead for the Trinity Pioneers. Nice little step through, Euro step by Royce Williams gets him to 12 points on the evening.
It looked like you went to slow motion there.
It did. 3-pointer by Lafferty is no good. Naoma comes down with the rebound. Quickly in the front court, well short with that shot. Lafferty comes away with the rebound, and he's going to get fouled by Connor Herman.
Bedford's battling. They got it to 7, and it's 9 now, but they're showing an awful lot of fight in them this quarter.
Sure are. Their season's on the line here this evening. Chance to go to the semifinals. 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. As you mentioned, Coach, it's a 9-point Bedford deficit, and Herman's going to pick up a quick reach, and that's his 3rd foul. 4 team fouls now on the Pioneers.
You know, it's funny when you're that far away from the basket. There's no sense in reaching in, but so tempting sometimes for these players.
Tried for the quick, clean pick and couldn't quite get it. Now DeLacy finds O'Connell for a three.
That's a nice set.
Oh, tough shot. Couldn't get it to go, but that's the open shot, Coach Gibbs, that you're looking for.
That's exactly right. You want to get good shots. Ooh, that might have been a carry.
Royce Williams finds Herman in the corner. Now to Bike. Bike cross court to Meeker. Back to Bike. Dribble handoff to Herman. Herman gets fouled by DeLacy.
So that kind of harkens back to the point I made a little while ago,
Yeah.
which is there are times where there's a ton of contact and you hear no whistle, and there was just a gentle touch on the back and the whistle gets called.
Totally agree with you there. That is not one that I expected to get called. Probably was a foul, but didn't expect that to get called. As Bike kicks to Herman. Herman for three, and that's good. Herman's second three of the evening. Puts it to 34-22, extends the lead back to 12. Now DeLacy crosses over, and he's going to get fouled by Herman. Herman's fourth foul now. Team fifth.
Bedford could be shooting 1-1 before we're done with the third quarter at this rate.
Very well possible. 2:11 left in this third quarter. And Herman's going to check out as Lewis Rosenthal checks in. DeLacy deep down into the corner to Zimmerman. He drives the lane righty. Cross court to Lafferty. Lafferty keeps his pivot foot down. Some folks wanted to travel. Guliza kicks to Lafferty. Deep three from straight away. Can't get it to go.
Nice
DeLacy
boards.
on the board. And he'll get the rebound and the putback. 3 points now for DeLacy. 34-24. Trinity leads by 10. DeLacy guards Bike up top. A good hand by Zimmerman into that passing lane. He'll take it strong. Went for the dunk and can't get it to go. So probably needed just to go for that lay-in. Critical time in the game here. Royce Williams misses the layup on the other end, though, and they're up quick. Looking for numbers. Lafferty down to Cam Roberts. Baseline jumper, well short.
You know, Zimmerman was looking for that crowd thrilling throwdown, but when you're down 10 points, you just want to lay it in.
Sure, he would have fired up the crowd, would have fired up his team, but instead he misses. And now Royce Williams makes a nifty little back cut, and he gets to his 14 points on the evening. 36-24, 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cam Roberts short on a baseline jumper, and Royce Williams pulls away the board. Williams hands to Bike, and they may be looking for a last shot here with 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Williams, Zimmerman on a switch. They go to double. Kick to Rosenthal, but Williams is going to pick up an offensive foul. DeLacy stepped in, I think, took that right in the chest. 6 fouls now on Trinity. And that's going to be something to watch here as we approach the fourth quarter. The foul situation and whether or not Bedford can take advantage. Next foul will put them into 1-1. Left in the third. Guliza.
So
O'Connell.
even though you're down 12, you definitely want to take the last shot here. You don't want to give Trinity the opportunity to match you if you do score. Worst thing that can happen is you don't score. But if you do, you don't want to give them the opportunity to match it.
Guliza, deep corner three. Can't get it to go. Royce Williams looks deep, but they're not going to get a shot off. So fourth quarter we head to 36-24 lead by the Pioneers, a 12-point lead. And again, 24 points as an output. That's really rough for the Bedford offense.
They did score 10. They got outscored 12-10 in that quarter, but at this point you can't be scoring 10 points or giving up 2 on the margin and expect to win a game.
And the second half of that third quarter is an example how they went ice cold from the field, sometimes missing some very makeable shots.
Exactly. And I guess the poster child for it was the attempted dunk by Zimmerman.
Exactly.
You know, again, the opportunity to score, very easy drop down, and he was looking for the impact shot. Can't blame him for that.
And the
But-
short
Absolutely
jumper,
not.
too, that didn't even hit the rim.
Exactly.
Just a little too excited. didn't take the time to aim, think about what he was doing, and off it went.
Yeah,
I got the hockey game on, by the way, and the Bulldogs are up by 1. It's 1-0 in the period of Exeter, so good news there.
That's excellent.
If you're a Bulldogs fan, why not consider becoming a member of the Bedford Athletic Club Boosters? The membership drive is on now, and members of the club help these student athletes be their best. Find out more at bbabc.net, and if you're a local business, sponsorship opportunities are available as well at bbabc.net. Quick reminder, too, we've got a basketball game tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Coach Gibbs, I think you'll be here for this one. It's going to be your ladies taking on Concord right here at 5 o'clock for a chance to go to the semifinals.
That's right. That's right. We had a nice win last night over Memorial here, 67-44, and we'll be playing Concord, hosting them. And it'll be a good contest. Hopefully people can tune in.
Coach Gibbs, you telling your Bedford team to drive hard, try to pick up that bonus foul right here?
At this point, I am looking to take it at whoever is in danger of picking up a fourth or fouling out, because you, number one, want to get to the line. Number two, you want to get into Trinity's bench. You want their front line players to be off the floor.
A turnover right there for Trinity, but Bedford with the ball inside to Kaliza, and he's going to draw a foul.
Kaliza, nice little up fake there, draws the foul on Tyler Bike. Tyler Bike preventing an easy layup. And Kaliza takes a pretty tough hit there, but he'll go to the line, rewarded for his efforts.
And with that, Bedford will be at the line on every foul for the rest of the game. The key is to capitalize on it now.
That's the one. I was thinking in my mind, how long is it going to take to get into the bonus? And it's only 32 seconds into the fourth quarter as Kaliza hits the first of his 2-shot foul. 3 points on the night for Kaliza now, 36-25. Misses the second. Ball rattles around, but Williams comes away with the rebound. Finds Bike cross court. He finds Meeker in the corner, pump fake. Drives by 2 different Bedford players and a nifty little finish there for Meeker. He has 7 tonight.
He got by the first player, and then he had a nice hesitation move to freeze the second defender and get himself a nice shot.
Excellent back cut by JT DeLacy. Yields a lay-in for the senior guard. And they get that too quick. Right back. Bike drives lefty. Doesn't see anything he likes. Pulls it back out. Now kicks to Meeker in the corner. Meeker. Tap from behind by O'Connell, but gets out of position. They find Nyoma for the jumper. He's short. Rebound by Kaliza. Quickly up to DeLacy. Now to Lafferty. He's going to take it strong to the hoop. Misses the lay-in, though. Tough shot there. And O'Connell's going to pick up a foul, trying to chase that loose ball.
I think Lafferty was expecting to be fouled and put it up strong, and it was too strong, and it just went off the backboard.
That's exactly right. He anticipated the contact, was looking to shoot through the contact, and it wasn't there.
And now Grudinskis checks in for Lafferty. 6:22 left here in the game. 11-point lead for the Pioneers.
This is about the time the Bulldogs need to put together a run if they have a chance.
Blake gets to his strong left hand, finds Meeker. Now down to Nyoma. Great ball movement there by the Pioneers. And Nyoma finishes on the lay-in first of the game. O'Connell drives up hard, quick, well short on that.
See, there's a great example. There were no rebounders in. No rebounders in. Either the team's got to crash or you got to pull the ball out. Can't afford to have one and dones on the offensive end at this point of the game.
Bike cross court to Meeker. Now finds Stultz for 3. No good. DeLacy on the rebound. Jeez, that looked like Bike had a hand on the ball, but they're going to call DeLacy for a travel. He brought the hand across, the ball across himself, making his case to the referee there.
I think
Said he was held by Bike on the arm, but doesn't get the call, doesn't get the call to go his way. Inbound pass to Nyoma. He's fouled by O'Connell as he went up quickly in the lane, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Bedford just scored another one in Exeter. They're up 2-0 now.
So 3 fouls on O'Connell. Team fouls are at 5. Nyoma sticks the first of 2. He stretched at 2 of team point lead, 41-27. 5:44 left here in the game. Nyoma's second is also true. And Devon Ellis will check in for Nyoma. Ellis picked up a third foul somewhat early and was favoring his knee, but he's back in. Hand off to O'Connell. O'Connell shoots the three, draws nothing. Zimmerman tries to keep that ball alive, but it's going to be out of bounds, and that's the pass that we were talking about, Coach Gibbs.
Yeah. Again, an early shot in the possession and a long shot that typically yields a long rebound. In that case, an air ball, it's indicative of a team that's trying to score 13 points at once, and you can't. You've got to play each defensive possession as its own game, each offensive possession as its own game, and try to win as many of them as you can.
And DeLacy gets called for a reach in here. That's going to be his third foul.
So 3 on DeLacy. Tegan Graham checks in for Andrew Zimmerman. He'll guard Stultz. Kuliza helps out in the middle here. Now you might see Bedford try to play a foul game here, right? They're next one, they're in the 1-and-1, so in order to try to
There's a travel on that one, yep.
Force the Pioneers into some tough shots, but Royce Williams is going to pick up a travel, and the turnover gives it back to Bedford with a 15-point deficit here with just over 5 minutes to play. Rudinskas, hard right hand. Picks up his dribble, kicks to Kuliza. Kuliza to the foul line. He gets ripped by Royce, but Royce Williams doesn't get to go. Tegan Graham there for the loose ball, and he gets fouled going hard to the rim.
And it's going to, who got the call? Is it Williams?
I think it was Williams.
That's going to be his fourth. No, they have number 2. They're going to put it on Ellis.
That's his fourth, though.
But that's his fourth.
So 4 on Ellis as Tegan Graham steps to the line. His first is good. 4 points now on the evening for Tegan Graham. 5:05 left, 42-28. Trinity leads. Graham goes 1 for 2 from the line, chases down his miss and hits Meeker pretty hard there, and it looked like Meeker might have hit his head on that fall. Aggressive play by Tegan Graham. Inadvertent foul there as Meeker fell pretty hard. Certainly unintentional.
Yeah, he was just trying to get a rebound. Try to get his own ball back.
But Graham will pick that foul up on the loose ball. Meeker's going to go to the sideline.
Trinity's taking a 30-second timeout. I would be if they are kind of regroup here and look to kill some clock, being deliberate, not necessarily killing the ball or stolen, being deliberate offensively. Probably a good play at this point. Bedford's going to have to start taking some risks, being up on the ball, making sure they're in denial off the ball, and the point in time of the game where you find out who your defensive stalwarts are, because you got kids that have got to be out there owning their man.
Coach, do you even go ahead and take a foul early in the possession here to keep them from draining off that much time?
If it looks like that's their plan of attack, then I would do so. Yeah, because you want the ball in your hands. You want to, let's face it, nobody shoots 100% from the free throw line for the most part. You want the ball back in your hands, especially right now where they've got 3 shots at 1-and-1 where maybe they can pick up 6 or 9 quick points.
And the Bedford Bulldogs hockey team has another goal in Exeter. They're at 3-0, exercising some demons with the Blue Hawks, who they lost to 3 straight times in the regular season.
Meeker steps to the line on the 1-and-1. He hits the front end. 8 points now for Meeker. He dribbles a couple times. Second one is off. Zimmerman hustling for the rebound. Can't get control as Williams was also battling. So that's a tough break right there for the Bedford Bulldogs, as Trinity will get the ball we're talking about. Coach Marino wanted to do that. Out high, and that's actually not a bad foul. You might think it's a tough one to take there, but it's going to send Meeker to the line.
The thing is that his fourth?
That's his fourth
Yeah.
on O'Connell. It is a bit of a touch foul. Meeker sold it and got the call, so he's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1 again. And he hits the front end. Earns the second. 9 points now for Meeker. Lafferty's going to check in for O'Connell. He'll sit down with 4, but Lafferty has some fouls to give here.
And that's exactly what the strategy is for Coach Marino.
You also do lose his O'Connell's shooting as he goes to violation is called on the shooter. Meeker makes the second, but he's not going to get it to count as he stepped over the foul line before that ball was on the rim. So 44-28. The Bedford Bulldogs are down 16. DeLacy takes it strong to the hoop, but a swipe down by Royce Williams hits the ball off of DeLacy, and it's going to be a turnover here. So 16-point lead. Bedford's going to do what they can to get back into this. Naoma checks in for Ellis. Deep in the corner now for Bike. Bike gets to his strong left hand. DeLacy hounding him. Crossover dribble. Bike hands to Meeker. There is no Beaker. My apologies.
Yeah,
Meeker is double teamed now, and Coach Bike takes a timeout. Heads up play there for the Pioneer head coach. He's going to preserve possession and a 16-point lead with 4:35 left here in the game. Excuse me.
Well, he was dribbling, and there's an old adage that you can over dribble a ball, and too much dribbling is not really going to make you successful. And that's what happened. Dribble toward the sideline. Bedford went in for the trap, and the timeout prevented the turnover because there was no way he was going to be able to get the ball out of there.
To his credit, the senior guard, Nate Meeker, was looking to set ball off of the double teamers of the Bedford Bulldogs. So that timeout was not taken. The crafty little play might have retained possession, but Coach Bike takes the timeout, talks it over. Likely going to take the air out of the ball here a little bit.
So you two gentlemen are keeping track of things. I'm looking up at the scoreboard, and it shows that Bedford, to the scoreboard, Bedford is not taking a timeout. Is that correct?
I assume so. If they're keeping track of it at the scores table correctly.
Yeah, that's interesting because I guess you can't take them home, but you definitely want to make sure you strategize and have the people on the floor that you want to have.
Well, maybe Coach Marino did take a timeout and they just got credited the wrong way.
I'm thinking that might be the case.
Now Bike looks for some room.
Yeah, Bedford's trying to foul at this point.
Hands to Williams. Williams throwing his hand back, looking for the foul. Doesn't get it called. Kicks Stultz. Now back out to Bike, and they are, in fact, being very deliberate on this offensive possession. Not really even looking at the rim. Meeker kicks to Stultz. Stultz down low to Naoma. He had an open layup and chose not to take it. So,
well, that shows exactly what the plan is.
So now you're going to want Coach Moreno to foul as soon as they get that ball into somebody who you think is not a good foul shooter. And yet they got the turnover there. Bike dribbled into a double team, kicked across court to nobody, and Bulldogs get fortunate there.
But still a fairly successful possession for the Pioneers. They burned off about 40 seconds right there.
Exactly. And their plan is illustrated by Naoma's desire to pass the ball out rather than taking an easy layup.
DeLacy hits 3. That's going to help. And Coach Marino takes a quick timeout. So 41, 34 here left in the game.
There's still plenty of time. What you want to do is you want to get your offense up the floor quickly, get the best available shot, and then get back, prevent them from scoring. And if it looks like they're going to try to kill clock, know who you want to send to the line, get them to the line, and pray to the free throw gods that they miss.
Now, you're looking for sabermetrics here on each of the Pioneers players here. Who do you think is going to be the foul shooter that you want to put on the line?
That's a great question. I've spent too much time this season on the girls' side, so I can't. If you were talking about the Trinity girls team, I could easily tell you who I want to send to the line.
There you go.
Well, Meeker's got 2 misses. He's 2 of 4, so maybe he's the guy.
Yeah, Williams is 1 for 2, and Naoma is 2 for 2. So not many free throws even taken by the Pioneers this evening. Coach, you also talked about best available shot, right? We don't want the Bulldogs to look for the first available shot.
Right. That's exactly right.
Williams gets to the rim, no call. Kuliza comes down with the defensive rebound. They're out quick in transition. Kuliza takes it all the way
That's
to the
a
rim, and
nice
he'll
take.
score.
And another timeout taken by Marino. Yeah, maybe he was saving him.
And that was
saving him.
an impactful up and down on the court there as Williams went hard to the hoop, didn't get the call. Bedford got the defensive rebound and up quick, were able to get a bucket, and they pull within 11. 44-33, 3:27 left here in the game.
Again, we've said it before. You got 3.5 minutes to go. If somebody told you had held Trinity to 44, you'd be feeling pretty good about yourself. Scoring 33, you're not feeling quite so good about yourself. Bedford struggled to get the ball in the hoop tonight, but they've had some nice open looks. And again, what you want to do is get a good shot opportunity. They don't always go in. And Bedford's done a good job of that tonight, especially in the second half.
End of 2 periods in Exeter. Sorry about that, Corey, but it's a 3-0 lead for the Bulldogs hockey. And one more period, they'll be able to advance to the semifinals.
Good for the boys hockey team there. We wish them best heading into the third period. Quick reset on the foul situation. Both teams have 8 team fouls. They're both in the 1-and-1 situation. They will go to immediate two-shot fouls once they reach 10 team fouls. Meeker inbounds, runs the baseline, finds Royce Williams, who was quickly double-teamed. They do not foul him there. Swing to Meeker. Meeker up to Stoltz. Now Nyoma gets an easy look and will put away the layup. 6 points now for Nyoma. Up quick to Ferrucci. Ferrucci kicks to Laverty. Back to Ferrucci. Now DeLacy, tough shot, well defended, and the ball's going to bounce out off of Ferrucci's hand. They had a couple open looks there, couldn't get it to go, and then DeLacy drove hard left and was well defended. Now Williams up quick. Finds Nyoma. Nyoma deep. Lafferty comes away with the rebound, but he's fouled by Royce Williams, who picks up his third, and Lafferty will go to the line for a 1-and-1. That's a tough foul. Coach Bike cannot be pleased with that one, as you are all the way under the opposite basket, and they're going to put Lafferty on the line for the 1-and-1. Lafferty 2 for 2 in his first trip to the line. 46-33, a 13-point lead for the Pioneers. And that's a tough reach at that point in time. Lafferty takes his time, steps in, one bounce. Shot is up, looks strong, and it is strong. Does not get the front end to go. But they double team Bike in the corner, and Coach Bike's going to take another heads up timeout to preserve that possession. 2:49 left and a 13-point lead.
So that was good full court pressure on the part of Bedford. They got the trap about 82 feet away from the rim. That's what you want to do. You want to force a turnover if you can. Trinity now is left with just one timeout, but with 2:50 to go, the clock is as much their friend as anything. So I'm sure that Coach Bike is putting together a play for a good easy inbound, and then either a breakout because they know that Bedford's going to be pressure in the backcourt, or taking the foul and getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, so strategy has to be for Bedford, obviously full court pressure here. Look for the turnover quickly, and then look for that 10-second call before they get it over half court. And then if they solve both of those problems, then you look for that foul to send them to the line. Next foul will be the 9th on the Bedford Bulldogs. So it will be a 1-and-1, not quite two-shot foul yet. Trinity comes out with Meeker, Williams, Bike, Stoltz, and Nyoma. Bedford has O'Connell, who has checked back in with 4 fouls. Ferrucci also with 3 fouls. Kuliza, DeLacy, and Zimmerman. They get it into Bike. They send a double team very quickly. Good heads-up play, but he finds Meeker cross court. They get it to Williams. Williams takes a jab step, gets to the hoop, and gets it to go. 16 now for Williams. 2.5 left in the game. O'Connell finds Kuliza, fakes the three, gets into the lane, but can't get that to go. Now Williams out quick, deep to Bike. Bike tracks it down, and he's going to kill some time, except for he can't because Kuliza fouls him. So Bike will head to the line for a 1-and-1.
One of the things that happens when you commit to backcourt pressure is that if they do get the ball released, you're typically in a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1 situation, and either a breakaway layup or fouls like we just saw there.
Bike gets the first of his 1-and-1. Now earns the second. Zimmerman will head to the bench as Roberts checks in. 2:18 left. 16-point lead now for the Pioneers, 49-33. And Bike gets the second to rattle around and goes. 13 points now for Bike. DeLacy kicks back, very close to a backcourt violation. DeLacy now for three, too strong, and that's going to bounce up off of the support. It does go in, but that is an out of bounds. Therefore, will not count. 2:06 left here in the game. It's getting to be a bleak situation as the Pioneers have solved the full court pressure several times in a row. Nyoma with an easy bucket. He has 8 points now, and Coach Moreno is going to take a timeout. 1:56 left, a 19-point lead for the Pioneers, and it looks like they, barring something highly unusual, will be moving on.
Yeah, I don't like to be too premature, but I think at this point it's a pretty safe statement that Trinity has definitely earned a victory. They've got one of the best players I've seen in a long time in Williams. And, Bedford had a good game plan, but sometimes the day doesn't go your way. And today a lot of shots didn't go Bedford's way. When that happens, you end up on the bad side of the score. But they have put together a really nice defensive effort overall and did themselves proud today. They've done themselves proud.
I think it's a good season for Coach Moreno in his debut. The team had some quality wins. They had a good run of wins in the regular season after they started out with a long losing streak. And that's the kind of thing you can build on, I think.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And playoff win over Goffstown the other night against a team that was picked to be one of the top 3 or 4 in the state on the boys' side in D1 shows a lot of promise for the Bedford program. Coach Moreno has definitely instilled a really strong, positive culture here, and I think that with who we have coming back and who we have coming across from the other side of that wall on the end line, I think that the next few years are pretty bright for the boys program.
Kuliza was fouled after a missed three-pointer and an offensive rebound, so he goes to the line for 2 shots and sticks them both. 7 points now for Kuliza. And Coach Moreno is not going to foul. They're going to try to play some solid defense as Williams brings the ball up. He settles. Ferrucci.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. He gets the jump ball, gets 2 hands on the ball. Bedford possession. What do you like to see in a team? You like to see them fight hard all the way to the end, regardless of what the score is.
Kuliza gets into the lane, high up, can't get it to go, but DeLacy gets the rebound, puts it back. He's into double digits now. 1:10 left, 52-37. It's a 15-point lead. Bike up quick. He's going to get fouled by DeLacy. They were not meaning to foul there, but he does pick it up, and Tyler Bike will go to the line for 2 on the double bonus. So, yeah, they did well on Royce Williams tonight. He has 16 points. Again, you said scorers are going to score, but the last time he was in this gymnasium, he torched him for 31. So Coach Moreno's defensive focus on Williams was helpful. It could not help that Bike, who now hits his front end, has 14, and could not help his shooters put the ball in the basket.
You know, we haven't talked a ton about it, but only a freshman. He's only a freshman. And you forget that when you see him playing on the floor. He's very polished. He's very strong.
Williams again on the offensive rebound will have 18 on the evening. Scramble, 45 seconds left now. Ferrucci gets the ball, and that's going to go off of Ferrucci. Now Coach Bike is going to empty his bench and give some of his players some time here in this playoff game with 40 seconds left. See if Coach Marino will take out some of his seniors and let the home crowd applaud them in their final game.
Yeah, Alex Mulkegian is in the game now, as is Jack Rosenthal.
Bo Friedman, Caleb Wenger.
And George Asul.
We get a double dribble call, so a turnover here on the Pioneers. 27 seconds left now. Kuliza will find DeLacy into Tegan Graham at the post.
Nice
Good
set
dish
play.
to
Nice
Cam
set
Roberts.
play.
Yeah. Cam Roberts dove to the hoop. Tegan Graham was able to find him. Little dish there. Roberts has 4, and there is 5 seconds left in this game as the Pioneers will dribble this out, and they'll head to the semifinals after a 56-39 win. 17-point lead, and the story here tonight was an inept offense despite a good defense for the Bulldogs. They are going to be pleased with their season overall. A couple good playoff wins, as you see some of the players congratulating each other. The seniors putting it all out there in their last game, and good luck to the Pioneers as they advance in the playoffs.
I always hate to lose a game in the playoffs anywhere along the way, but again, I think that Bedford had themselves a really nice season. There's a positivity about the program and an energy that I think Coach Marino will be able to build on going forward. And as I said, he's got all the pieces there, and he made a lot of good things happen in a season where coaches were not going to say making it up as we went along, but you never knew day to day sometimes if you'd come in and find out that there was a positive COVID test somewhere along the way that was going to mess up your program or mess up your team. And what hasn't been spoken of in this broadcast, but really needs to be spoken of, is the commitment that the players made. If you remember in the fall, the football team, in order to have their season, committed to learning remotely. And there was some talk in the fall about possibly requiring that of the winter teams as well. And the administration affirmed the protocols that athletic director Corey Parker put in. But it really comes down to the kids, the players, and the commitment that they make to conduct themselves properly, both not only in school and on the court, but in their outside world. Because, I always jokingly tell my kids, I got them 2 hours a day. The other 22 hours, they're on their own. And you ask that they make smart decisions. And Bedford really had a great season. And unlike a lot of other programs, we didn't go for shutdowns. And the sacrifice and commitment that the boys made and my girls are making says an awful lot about the character of the kids that we have here in our athletic program.
And speaking of the girls, they will continue on tomorrow. They'll contest here against Concord. We'll be here to bring you the broadcast, Corey and I. We wish you good luck. The boys are leading 3-0 in Exeter, so with any luck, they'll continue on in their quest for a state title. And I guess we're going to call that a day here at Bedford High Gym. The 56 Trinity, Bedford 39 for Corey Mustard-Tiger, Coach Kevin Gibbs, and for Bill Jennings on the graphics and George Cox on camera. We thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, third period action of Bedford Hockey's on channel BCTV Channel 16 right now, so switch on over. And we're going to say good day from Bedford High Gymnasium. Good night.
I was ready for you to say good day, mate.